.0.
This is .0. This is the place to come if you want to reminisce as I go through metal miniatures. These are advanced Dungeons and Dragons miniatures from the late 70s, 80s, and 90s. Specifically today, I'm going to go through elves. I have three different kinds of elves, and you can kind of see all three of them laid out here right now. And I thought we would start with the oldest version that I've got first. Let's see if I can get these out of the way. And we'll come back to them here. Now, I have no idea where I got these, but they are definitely, in my opinion, the oldest style of elf. It's almost like they're, I don't know, like a Christmas elf or something. If you look look close at his extended hat here, it's pretty cool with like these big shoulder pads. And look at these guys like boots. It's almost like he should be in the North Pole or something like that. Look at that big hat here. Pretty cool. So totally different design than all the rest of the stuff that we're going to see here. And I've got the same design as far as these older elves. I have no idea who makes them here. And nope, this guy's got a bow, but clearly the same style with a really cool hat and big boots coming down here up the back. And definitely some kind of a, at least in the forest or that kind of an elf, you know what I mean? Okay, and then I do have one more, but I think it's exactly the same as the other one. Yeah, see, I think this is the same as this, but it just has a broken spear, so. Okay, so we're going to move on to a totally different style now. These are newer and a whole lot more detail in them. Okay, so let me kind of give you an idea. See, look at the difference in style here. Quite a lot different. These are almost like, more like the Lord of the Rings, where they're ready for, heavy combat, versus these are just an imaginative, kind of wood forest being, something like that. You know what I mean? Okay, let's switch over real quick here. See if we can zoom in on this one. So you can definitely tell these are elves. You get to see the ears up the sides. You can't tell as much on him. He's got some kind of a different kind of hairdo going on there, I think. I'm not sure. What is this like? Oh, I thought we had like some kind of spike or something kind of. I think it's just really detailed on his hand. Okay, let's turn this guy over. You got a pretty cool pouch back here. Pretty neat sword too. Okay, let's keep moving through these. We got probably about 25 more to go, so gonna be here just a little bit. Now my plan is, on all of these not to spend too much time, but really just to kind of go through them fast and show you a whole lot of miniatures. What do we got? A guy here with two swords here and one here. Looks like we got a little bit of a frail point right here, right? I don't expect that to hold up. If that was taken to forged in fire, that's probably going to break right off, right? But it's fantasy, so these ones are going to hold up. Maybe they're elven, so that makes them stronger or something too. Okay, we got some kind of a cool belt thing going on here. This big old, I don't know, kind of a spiky thing going on the top of his helmet, which is not conducive to going through short walkways. I think you might hit your head on the ceiling. Maybe like the Stormtrooper did, right, in A New Hope. Okay, we got a little knife here in the back. What's this, some kind of a fur piece? I'm not sure what that is. Okay, let's keep going here. Different guy. So you're seeing a little bit of the lead rot on these, maybe, or I wouldn't say it's lead rot, just a little bit of staining on these. This isn't really the old lead, but still gets a little bit of staining over time for some reason. Pretty cool long spear here. Another one of these unique kind of swords. Elf. Let's see here. How about let's go a little bit different. We'll go with a bowman here. Let's see. So it's like he should have a bow or an arrow right here, right? But he doesn't. That'd be really hard to do. See this metal down here? No, I just never, or all this actually, I just never removed it. It's meant to keep this bow strong here on the bottom. Wow, it's quite a neat quiver there. Okay, let's go to this next one here. Looks like another elf, definitely, with a bow in one hand, sword in the other. Not sure how you... Oh, this might be a crossbow. Let's look here. No, it's a regular bow. I'm not sure how you do both of those at the same time. Yeah. Seems like a bow would take both hands. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, so this guy's just got a sword and a shield. Now look at this, you can actually truly see the face, kind of an androgynous face on this one a little bit. Well, probably all these pretty much are. And look at definitely the distinct ear to make it an elf. Yeah, I'll get out of the way, let my camera do its work and zoom in. Seems like it's really doing a good job. Oh, and a bow across the back, that's pretty cool. Just a real plain shield. I'm not sure that I think that sword goes with being an elf, but I suppose whoever created it thought it did. Okay, what do we got here? Different guy. Now these guys are definitely all armed up for combat. Like I said, it's more like Lord of the Rings or something like that, where they're, going to war. But I prefer my elves to be adventurers. Well, like all my characters, I actually prefer them mostly to be adventurers if you're going to use them as pieces that you're going to play. I mean, I get it. There's different ways that you can play Dungeons and Dragons too, but mostly it's about going into dungeons, right? And exploring, that kind of thing. Okay, we've got a piece here. Looks like he's got some kind of like a little dagger, hunting knife kind of thing here. Looks got a little pommel guard. Bow, again, I'm not sure how you do both, but... And then there's a lot of metal down in here. I don't know if you can see it on this one. Maybe I can rotate this up and you can kind of... But, these are pretty hard to make, so it's probably pretty hard to get rid of that metal. Okay. So keep on trucking here. Another guy that's got both. Maybe this is supposed to be a... that goes from here to here. Like it's the same figure, but it's just changed poses. Not sure. Same knife, I think, here, and still got a bow, and let's see, here's that hairdo that I was talking about. Look at the back of him real quick. Go to a different one here, so, maybe even on this one, maybe it was a change in pose on it as well, I'm not sure. Oh, well, they still, mostly they just look like a different character entirely. Is this the same one? With that same grip? Maybe we even have the same piece. No, I don't see it. Yeah, I just got two that have that same thing where you can see their hand on the front of the shield. Oh, yeah, because this is a different sword. We haven't seen this before. That's actually kind of cool. Really cool. Here, I'll let my camera zoom in for you. It looks like you could use it as a hand and a half sword, so to say. Let's go a little bit different on this one. Now I got about 5 more of this style of elf, and then we're going to switch over to a different style. Okay, so we got a really long spear. That's pretty neat. Look, you can see the cloth, you know what I mean, coming down, wrapping around the flag. It's pretty neat. Okay, this guy's so big I have to angle it under my camera to let it zoom in. Okay, look, different guy here. It looks like he's got a banner, so... Wow, yeah, those are so big I have to turn them sideways to get them in there, but I still want them to be big on the screen here so that you can see all the detail of them. Looks like this is a little bit bent right here, but see, it's caught up in this plume or whatever you call this thing on the top of his helmet. But see, I think they did that to keep this all strong, so I can't take that bend out. Yeah, look at time, how it just kind of stains everything or causes that discoloration. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about, that plume thing coming up. Look how it looks like a pretty stout guy here, right? You'd have to be. Look how heavy this thing would be to hold for very long. Okay, let's keep going here. So I got another elf with a sword and a really long shield. Look how cool that shield is. That'd be really hard to carry that for very long. You know, it's obviously not for probably going too much into dungeons, but really cool though, huh? Okay, let's see here. What do we got here? So different guy. It looks like almost this one was supposed to. I don't know. He's got an open hand here. Was it supposed to maybe that something else is supposed to go in here? I don't know. Maybe I could even add a shield. Maybe even. I don't know. It looks like he's got a grip there though that's meant to fit something in there if you wanted. That's actually a cool sword as well. But see, it has that weak spot. It will kill though. Okay, let's keep going here. Different guy with a bow. And then I think we've only got like one or two more of this style of elf to go through. And then we're going to move on to the other style, which is an older version of elves. But not as old as those original ones that I showed you. Yeah, it's pretty cool armor on him, huh? Okay, let's see here. So definitely one more. And that looks like I got about 6 of different styles. And then we're going to call it for today on elves. Got a heck of a spear here. You know, it just seems like the kind of elf that would have been at like Helm's Deep to come help the dwarves, or I'm sorry, the humans that were there. You know what I mean? I guess the one dwarf, right? It's almost like this could have had a shield, or you could add a shield if you wanted there. Oh, look at the size of that shield, though. Guess you wouldn't add a shield if he's already got a shield, right? Okay, now I've got a. I think this is actually an individualized figure. Let's see who makes this. It doesn't say. Ralph Hertha, I guess. Look how tall this is. This is way too tall, in my opinion, to be an elf. But when we look close, see, I think we're seeing the ear. Yeah, ear back here. So I think it's definitely supposed to be an elf, and you know, it just has that look of being an elf. But you know, most of the figures for my human pieces only come up to about here. So this is really tall. This would be like a 7-foot tall elf. That doesn't make any kind of sense at all. So anyway, you know, elves should really be what, 5 feet tall, 110 pounds or something, in my opinion. Maybe I guess they get up like a 130 or 150, I don't know, maybe 150ish, but they're not very big. You know what I mean? Slight, shorter. But still a really neat design, obviously. Whoever put this together did a really good job. As far as the layout, it's just too big. Okay, so we're going to move into a different style of elf now. Let's see here. Let's get this one out of the way. And you can see that, now we're talking an older style. Look how everything's a little bit less detailed. A little bit more left to your imagination. Now here, see if I zoom in on, so you can tell if it zooms in on his face or not. Yeah, maybe if I turn it, but definitely an elf. Here, maybe if I put it up like this, it'll work too. It's trying. Okay, let's keep turning. See, this guy's definitely an adventurer, and I think that's really cool. Oh, we got a bow back here with a quiver, big pouch. Oh yeah, look at the bow coming all the way across and down the side. Okay, and then what do we got over here? Is this... So that makes me wonder, this piece right here, is that the bow? Yeah, see, I think I was supposed to take this metal out right here. But, yeah, I'm definitely not going to do it because it just make them weaker, so... Oh yeah, and look at that ear coming up off of here. Definitely an elf. Okay, now I've got about 5 of these kind of pieces. And we'll call it good for today. But now see, this is that older style. I mean, it's definitely an elf, right? But see, we got a little bit of a different metal, so I'm not quite sure what to make of that. I'm not sure who makes this one either. Got an elf with a bow. Kind of a little bit of a chubbier face almost on this guy, huh? What do we got here on the back? And just this long bow, some pouches. What do we got here? Oh, I see, it's the quiver on this side. Okay, let's go to a different one here. See, now this is slightly different. See, we got a different base on it. But still definitely an elf. Not as much detail, right? Seeing here some metal. I think this metal is just... Oh, wait, it might be the bow. Oh, it's part of the bow. See, they did the bow with the sword together to make this all strong. See, I think originally they were more worried about keeping everything strong, and it was hard to get them out of the mold. Not 100% sure, but the older they are, they seem to have more of that kind of design. Okay, so definitely an elf here with, I'm assuming, oh, see, the same thing. So here's his ear, which is really obvious to indicate, but see how it's tying into the bow, kind of like I was saying. So what do we got here? We got a sword coming across. What is this? I'm not sure what this is. Some kind of a something coiled right here. Not sure even from looking at the back. I can't figure out what that is. Just some kind of extra design of... See, there's something right here. Maybe a hat that he's kind of holding in his left. But he's got a shield too, like down over his wrist maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, so 2 left and then we'll be done for today. So another pretty cool little older bowman. He's got this different base. Really big bow across the front. Old design. Alright, I'll let that zoom in a little bit for you for some detail. Flip it over. Oh, we got a shield on the back of him that's got a different design. I can't tell what it is. Maybe a horse, maybe? Or maybe it's supposed to be like a unicorn right here. Okay, last one. And see, we're back to that older metal that probably has poisoned us all over the years. This has got a little bit of a glow from the clear coat that I tried putting on it quite a few years ago. Oh, look at this. He's got actually a tree of life. I didn't notice that before on his shield. I think that's what that is, right? There's, yeah, like roots, tree. So I always like the trees. It just reminds me of the Kabbalah and the symbolism of it. We're going to go into that at some point in these videos. Not these ones with the figures, but at some point later I'm going to transition into really heavy esoteric education, probably a lot about Masonic, some stuff on the Bible, and Hermeticism, all sorts of stuff. Wow, this guy has a great bow across the back. Yeah, I really like this character a lot. I can imagine this one going into a dungeon in my party for sure. Okay, so let's keep this. How about I'll go back, we'll add one of these other guys with a bow, and since we're doing that, how about we'll keep it with bows here to finish it out with all 3 designs. Well, I hope you enjoyed going through elves along with me. Now this will conclude the first drawer of 18. So we've done 3 videos and 1 drawer out of 18. So we got a long ways to go. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoy and be safe. We'll see you until next time.